everyone, it's Ember from the field. Today I wanted to talk about our squash and cucumber plants, some strategies we have to avoid sunscald and damage by a cucumber beetle. There's two types of cucumber beetles that we see. There's the striped cucumber beetle and spotted cucumber beetle, and they can carry with them a bacteria that can damage our plants. You may have seen it in your gardens. It's pretty obvious, again, in our summer squash and our cucumbers when they are infected, but the beetles carry with them, if they feed on a plant that has this certain bacteria, it then stays in their system and in their body over winter, and they can bring it in the following season. And it's called bacterial wilt, and it looks as if your plants are just wilting from not getting enough water. And that's pretty much what the bacteria does, is that it blocks the ability for the plant to intake water, which is kind of important. So they basically will wilt, look very sad, like they're struggling on a hot summer day, and they kind of never perk up even after you water. So that's just one thing, the way that the beetles can damage the plants. And so one strategy that we have to fight that, for especially our small transplants, is we use a broad spectrum organic substance that's a clay mineral. It's called kaolin, and it's this white powder or clay that we add to water, and we create a slurry, and then we dip the leaves of the young cucumber plants and the young squash plants in this slurry, and it creates this white coating on the leaves. And the idea here is that it does two things. It prevents sunscald. Cucumber and squash plants can kind of be sensitive they're pretty sensitive when they come out of their greenhouse and they're hit by the sun for the first time, and it can damage the plants and potentially kill our transplants. So that helps to just lessen sunscald. And then it also hides the plant from cucumber beetles. When they land on the plant, they won't recognize it and they'll just move on. So it's a nice way to just sort of hide the plants while they get, so they have enough time to get big and strong, and they're not as susceptible to damage. So another thing that we do is that we actually plant three different successions or plantings of our squash varieties, and then we do 4 plantings of our cucumber varieties. So that is also in an effort to just keep the season going, keep the harvest going, because our plants do eventually get bacterial wilt, or if it's a really rainy season, they'll get powdery mildew, which is pretty common. And since we are organic, and we don't typically spray a lot of things, we just have multiple successions with the understanding that we will eventually, our seedings will eventually peter out and stop producing fruit. But then we have another planting that's just coming on, and then we pick for about a month, and then the next one's coming on. So we have a continuous supply for all of you. All right, I hope you learned something, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.